How could a game test my relationship? It's simple. No, wait. Uh, how could a game test my relationship, you might ask? It's simple. By attacking the very core of any functioning relationship, communication. Overcooked is a co-op game where 1 to 4 chefs are placed in a kitchen with the task of preparing meals. The core gameplay has chefs chop food, cook it, and then prepare it on a plate to finally serve. But as the kitchen heats up, the core gameplay is disrupted due to rats stealing ingredients, the resources being split between two trucks who struggle to stay side by side, or these cannons keep spitting out fireballs at the center of the map while the floor layout keeps shifting around, and then these thin walkways are the only things separating me from being melted to smithereens. The result is a kitchen that never has enough cooks. My girlfriend Princess and I will be putting our communication skills and by extension relationship to the test while we explore these challenges. Add to that fact that Princess is the type of gamer who plays Minecraft by walking first and looking last, resulting in gameplay that looks like this. You won't be hearing from her, but just know that if you see an owl dressed as a chef flapping its wings around in a panic, that's her. Now let me give you a taste of what our experience was. This first level is a test of my patience for mistakes. At first glance, we think this is a perfectly normal kitchen until an earthquake causes the kitchen to split, elevating a chunk of the floor above ground level. When that happens, one of us needs to be on the elevated portion of the kitchen, or we will both lose access to a majority of the frying pans and the serving window, as there is no way to get the higher ground. Luckily, the floor restores itself every once in a while, but we don't plan around it anyway, and then a fire starts. My first instinct is to restart the game. No, not rage quitting, restarting. But a glitch causes the pause menu to stop working. Princess says play it through. So yeah, I'm forced to sit there and watch as the fire spreads. Princess contains it. But we continue to fumble around, we miss orders, Princess is in La La Land, another fire starts, and I still can't quit. I mean restarts. So I just restart myself mentally. We lose. On attempt number 2, we have a plan. Princess stays on the side of the kitchen that elevates whether or not an earthquake occurs, while I keep moving back and forth between both sides. This ensures someone always has access to the frying pans, while I am able to prepare and pass ingredients to Princess without issues. It works. Just look at this symphony. We pass. 1 star. No flying colors here because relationships are not about perfection. I definitely would have preferred to restart and avoid the mess, but I guess nothing was lost from dealing with the chaos. In fact, I had fun yelling at Princess while we just laughed through the pain. Yes, yelling. I seem calm now, but there is no room for incompetence in my kitchen. Well, except I guess now there is. Editor's note. I got grounded with no playtime. And that's very real for Princess and I. Mistakes happen, and we learn to move past them. Okay, here we have a terrible display of communication. Princess and I were dropped into a truck full of fish and vegetables alternating between a soup kitchen and a frying station. Immediately confused, Princess traps herself in the frying station, while I start floating around on the truck full of ingredients. My hope is to support Princess by preparing fish and chips for her. But I miss one crucial detail. The first order is soup, so one of us needs to prepare tomatoes in the soup kitchen. Now let's see how long it takes us to cook 1 tomato in 4 minutes of gameplay. Because things are going bad, I consider restarting, except I can't. So when Princess and I both get trapped in the soup kitchen, I'm once again forced to watch another fire break out. I cross back over. I fall. I try to extinguish the fire. It keeps spreading. I stop it from spreading. It keeps spreading. I die inside. We lose. It's clear now we did a poor job of establishing a plan once again. Instead of divide and conquer, we just added together our single brain cell to make two single brain cells. Not surprising that a lack of communication led to failure, but Princess and I are two very blunt creatures, so as soon as we acknowledged our own mistakes, it was time to get it together. The plan is simple. Princess mans the soup kitchen, and I manage the frying station. This works well throughout attempt 2 as we take turns pulling ingredients from the truck. Eventually, all the orders become soup, so I start supporting Princess in her kitchen. Well, that is until she starts getting tossed around in the alternating truck. Either way we pass. 1 star. This last level is able to push us even further despite us having made reasonable progress already. We arrive at a space station, except Princess is on one end and has access to the ingredients, cooking station, and even the cleaning supplies, while I only have access to the chopping and plates. We can only interact with each other by pressing these buttons that give us access to these two adjacent rooms. Our plan is to have Princess send me a set of ingredients and then prepare another set of ingredients while I chop them. And then I send her chopped vegetables for her to start cooking. This proves overwhelming for Princess as she loses a lot of time gathering the prepped vegetables into a pot. A fire starts. I decide not to restart. See? Growth. And once again, I feel like a bystander in all the chaos. We lose. At first, I thought we had it all figured out. We had learned our lessons. I was wrong. In that moment, it was clear that I did not know how to support my partner, even though I really wanted to. It was clear I needed to take on a bigger role to properly support her, and she, in turn, had to ask for help. So, a new plan was born. Right away, Princess fills a room with onions and a pot and sends it over. Receiving the ingredients, I chop the onions and put them into the pot. Meanwhile, Princess has prepared another room of vegetables and a pot. We swap rooms. Princess cooks the vegetables, then prepares the next room. I continue to chop vegetables and place them into a pot. A new rhythm was born. And despite a few hiccups, we win. 2 stars. Progress. So there is no lesson here. This was a video about testing the relationship, and I would say it was tested, as you can see. But really, our communication already existed over months of work. And this was more so a reward for us to be able to play this game together while exploring what communication we already have. That empathy, the appreciation for each other really was necessary there in order to appreciate the gameplay. And that's what we did. If you enjoyed and you want to see more of that, you know what to do. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.